Hi, I'm Kurt Smith, and welcome to App Talks, a series of conversations with Salesforce customers on how using business apps from the App Exchange can help you manage all aspects of your business. Today I'm here with Brad Sibold from Kelly Services to talk about how Kelly Services is using Tact to manage their sales team's process. Welcome to App Talks, Brad.
Thank you so much for having me.
So tell me about Kelly Services and your role there.
Well, we started staffing back in the 40s, I'm sure you're aware. So we've been pioneering staffing for over 70 years. I manage the professional and technical branches for the West Coast, so IT, science, finance and accounting, and engineering. And we're about a $7 billion company here in the U.S., but obviously global as well, but just all aspects of workforce solutions.
Fantastic. And how big is your team?
I manage just over 25 salespeople on the West Coast.
So what is a typical sales cycle like for you?
It's actually very quick. We are managing resources for people that needed somebody yesterday in most cases. So our sales cycle is between 3 and 15 days from start to finish. So it's very important that we engage with our clientele multiple times a day. There's usually multiple hiring managers in the process. So a lot of moving parts.
And what challenges were you facing that led you to look for something that would help you manage your team more efficiently?
Definitely. Because we're out in the field, we have a combo of inside and outside sales aspects to the roles. We really needed a solution that was allowing our salespeople while in the field to have all of the data from previous interactions, being able to document while in the field to keep the opportunity rolling because the sales cycle is so quick. And we didn't really have that. People were driving around with Excel spreadsheets in their hands and really didn't, were flying by the seat of their pants, so to speak. And
how did you find Tact?
Actually, we were at Dreamforce last year, and we stumbled upon their table and saw kind of the 30,000-foot view of what their capabilities were. We invited them down to our San Jose office, and actually the CEO, Chuck Ganapathy, came in himself and showed us the app, me and my IT team, and we were just thrilled with its capabilities of taking what we needed into the field and being able to keep my salespeople, moving, so to speak, and documenting while they were going and having everything that they needed at the touch of their fingers.
And what were some of the initial results that you saw?
I mean, immediately it was in the documentation. It took some time to actually see the results of using the app in the field, but immediately we saw about a 25 to 30% increase in weekly and daily documentation. Biggest thing for management and personally myself was the content itself. Most of my salespeople were documenting at the end of their week where you're running off of memory. Now that they're able to document in the field as they go, the documentation, the relevancy of their data also escalated as well. As far as long-term results, we've seen the biggest uptick in our larger clients where it's more of an account management where you're on a particular campus and you might have 100 different hiring managers and you're able to then call them while you're in the field or while you're even in their building, meeting with one manager. Now you can call others, look at their history, get a reference point, call them, try to book an impromptu meeting, and we've seen huge results. One in particular, a 40% increase in sales over the last 6 months, and I just had a business review on another account where we increased over 250%.